Hi you guys, it's Yogi Cameron, and today's practice is a special practice. It's called Moorchha. Now Moorchha pranayama gets into the psychic system of the brain, and it releases a lot of different hormones in the body. But what we're doing it for is getting you to go internal. So after this practice, you can also sit for meditation, because many of you don't have like 1 hour or 2 hours, to do practice, and you can do 1 or 2 preparatory practices before you actually sit for meditation and do your japa and mantras and that. So this is one of the most powerful practices you can do. But it involves different things, different process. So you're holding different mudras within this pranayama practice. So one of them is when you're looking at between the eyes. So this is called Shambhavi mudra. And then you're taking the tongue and you're taking it to the back of the palate. You're rotating it so it looks like this. So you're taking the tongue, it's like this, you're reversing it and taking it to the back of the throat. And then you're bringing the head up at the same time. So there's a lot of moving parts to this practice, so you have to pay attention so you can really get it. But if you understand how to do it and you practice it long enough, you're going to see huge benefits from this. So I'm going to show you and talk you through it while you do it, because I won't be able to speak while I'm doing the different mudras. So first you sit up tall, spine is straight, and you breathe. Inhale, exhale. So first you're going to start to bring the gaze up to the third eye. You're going to start to bring the head up, and you put the tongue at the back of the throat, and you start to engage and do ujjayi breath, which is the constricting of the throat area, and it sounds a little bit hoarse. So at this point your head is back, your tongue is in the back of the throat, all the way at the top of the palate. Your eyes are coming up to the middle of the eyebrows, and you're engaging in ujjayi breaths. So it all looks and feels very, very focused. So I'm going to join in the practice as well while you do it. So keep the gaze up to the top of the eyebrows. The tongue is in the back of the throat at the top, pushing up at the top of the palate. And you're breathing the ujjayi breath, constricting the throat. Taking long breaths. Now give yourself a break, bring the head down, release the tongue, close the eyes. Just breathe normal. Inhaling, exhaling. Just see what the effects of this breathing is. So do another round of the practice. Start to look up in Shambhavi mudra between the eyes. Bring your tongue, curl it backwards to the top of the throat. Bring your head up and start to do ujjayi breathing. And continue the breathing so long as it's comfortable. Sometimes the tongue needs a rest, you can rest it. Keep breathing, and then get back and bring the tongue back to the top of the palate. And rest the head down, close the eyes, take a few breaths. So this breath isn't easy because you have to engage many different mudras, but it's one of those things in life. If you really focus on it and you really take it seriously, what it does is you're focusing on the eyebrow center, you're focusing in the back of the throat, you're engaging the ujjayi breathing, and these three things are creating, with the head going back, it's really reaching the psychic areas of the brain. Because you know, you only use a certain amount of your brain and you don't use all of it. So these practices, especially these kind of powerful practices, are reaching the other areas of the brain because they open up different chakras as well. So in this practice, for example, you're opening up Vishuddhi chakra and you're focusing on Ajna chakra. So this whole area is all about consciousness and opening up different areas of the brain. So keep practicing. Don't be put off by the weirdness of it at the beginning, because you will start getting a little cramping in your tongue, for example, and things like that, or your eyes won't be able to hold it. If you feel that this is too much for you, go to the other section of the membership site, in the practice section, and look up Ujjayi breathing. First practice Ujjayi breathing, and then look up Shambhavi mudra. Start practicing that. Look up Kachari mudra, the tongue lock. Start practicing that. And then come back here and start to put them all together. So if you're getting overwhelmed, don't practice them all together. Go practice them individually and then come back and try this. Anyway, hope you have a beautiful practice. Namaste.